For a lot of NBA fans today, they probably know Rajon Rondo as a savvy, experienced, and petty veteran who was a key role player for the Lakers during their 2020 championship run. While he's been bouncing around the league for the better part of the last decade, there was a point in time when Rondo was a legitimate superstar, going toe-to-toe with legends like Derrick Rose, LeBron, and Kobe in epic playoff battles. Along with his borderline Hall of Fame career, there are a ton of stories about Rondo that prove he's one of the most interesting players the NBA has ever seen. Here are a few of my favorites.
Rondo!
The first story dates back to Rondo's rookie year in 2006. At this point, he was just getting his feet wet in the NBA and was working his way into the struggling Celtics rotation. Another thing he was figuring out at this time was his choice of accessories. After not wearing one in high school or college, Rondo seemed to take inspiration from teammate Paul Pierce and started sporting a headband. Early on in his rookie campaign, Rondo accidentally put his headband on upside down and coincidentally had a great game. Since he's extremely superstitious, the upside-down headband stayed on and became a signature part of his look during his first 4 years. He even posed for a magazine cover with it. Unfortunately, David Stern came down on him right before the start of the 2011 season and announced they would fine anybody who wore a headband upside down. From this point on, he's worn headbands on and off throughout his career, but fans are certain that he plays at his best when he has one on. The idea of Rondo playing better under certain circumstances leads me to my next story.
Rondo!
Ever since he almost averaged a triple-double in the classic 7-game series against the Bulls in 2009, fans created the nickname Playoff Rondo since he always took his game to an entire new level that time of year. This couldn't have been more obvious during the 2020 season. Up until the COVID shutdown in March, many Lakers fans wanted Rondo to be traded or even waived during the regular season because he seemed to be coasting. And then, like clockwork, he became the Lakers' third best player when it mattered most during their championship run. But this notion of stepping up when the lights are at their brightest go even deeper than just the playoffs. During Rondo's Celtics days, fans picked up on his tendency to step up when the games were nationally televised and take certain games off that weren't. Ryan Forden wrote an article in 2013 to back up this narrative. I'll link the article in the description, but the main takeaway from it is this graph that showed Rondo's stats from games on versus off national television. The numbers show that he's clearly a better all-around player when he gets on ESPN or TNT. Considering the fact that you generally play tougher competition when a game is nationally televised, it's fascinating to see such a great difference in his production when more people are watching. But it even goes a step further than this. Midway through the 2012 season, the aging Celtics looked awful, starting at just 17-17. Because of the underwhelming start, Danny Ainge was just about ready to blow up the 2008 championship core and was going to start with his point guard. It was reported on March 1st that Ainge was actively shopping Rondo around the league and was in talks with both the Warriors and Magic on potential trades. Just 3 days later on March 4th, the Celtics were on to ABC's Sunday Showcase against the Knicks. With all eyes on him, Rondo put up 18 points, 17 rebounds, and 20 assists in an overtime win, saving his spot as the Celtics floor general going forward. After having one of the best games of his career and shutting down trade talks, the Celtics shocked everybody and rallied all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. This goes to show that it actually isn't playoff Rondo who appears during the postseason, it's national TV Rondo.
Rondo!
Since Rondo is one of the most unique playstyles in the league, it's fitting that he has some of the oddest game day habits as well. A few people have noticed the odd routine he does with his mouthpiece during games. During a dead ball or when he's sitting on the bench, Rondo elects to spit his mouthpiece right into his jersey and keeps it there until he's ready to use it again. For someone who's reportedly a germaphobe, this doesn't make much sense for obvious reasons. But sometimes things just don't seem to add up with him, and his pre-game routine is another example. It's been reported that his routine starts during his commute to the arena where he chugs 5 bottles of water so he won't get thirsty during the game. Next, he takes 5 showers, the last one coming exactly 45 minutes before tip-off. And then after that, he sticks lip balm in his sock to make sure he has something in case his lips get chapped while playing. How he came up with this incredibly specific and odd routine is beyond me, but if he feels it helps him perform at a high level, then more power to him. Just to top it off, Rondo's favorite off-the-court hobby is so random it perfectly aligns with everything else in this video, and that's roller skating. During his third season in 2009, NBA TV interviewed Rondo and it took place at Roller World, his favorite local roller rink in Boston. In the interview, he said that after his rookie season, he wanted to find something to practice to get better at during his free time in the offseason, and for whatever reason, roller skating became just that. He got really into it during his years as a Celtic, and he even held roller skating charity events for children in the area. While it may seem super random for a grown man to pick up roller skating as a hobby during his 20s, I think it's pretty clear that we have to expect the unexpected from Rondo. What are some of your favorite Rondo moments? Do you think he's the most interesting player of all time? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.